and this is NAC News. There's been a lot of great events happening at North Andrew here recently, and I think I did a story over that, so let's just go take a look.
North Andrew News. We have started the High School Scholar Bowl conference play. Our varsity Scholar Bowl team went 1-1 by first losing to Stanberry, then beating Plattsburgh. Then our JV team lost their only match against Stanberry. We've also started a new archery team this year with 17 people between the teams. Sophie Hunzinger just recently received third place in the Platte City competition. The North Andrew High School basketball teams found success while winning districts, with their boys winning over St. Joe Christian 49-41, and the girls beat the King City girls 58-47. This has been Hunter Grimes at NAC News, signing off.
Another week, another tragedy. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in Florida had a school shooting. Maggie has a story on that.
School violence is on the rise in America. On February 14, 2018, in Parkland, Florida, shooter Nicholas Cruz entered Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School and killed 17 people. This was America's 18th school shooting since the start of 2018. 14 students and faculty combined were non-fatally injured, but many of the other students and staff are being affected by PTSD. A lot of anger and backlash has surfaced since this horrible event, with everything from stricter gun laws to the FBI's incompetence in listening to the warnings about the shooter before the shooting. It was reported that over 30 times, neighbors and students called the FBI to report Nicholas Cruz for saying concerning things. New protests have begun following the shooting started by student survivors. Emma Gonzalez, a student survivor, made a powerful 11-minute speech at an anti-gun rally a few days after the shooting. Ms. Gonzalez made points against everyone from the FBI to the NRA. Other students have also stepped up, raising money, protesting the NRA, and ultimately having sponsors of the NRA forego their sponsorships, and attending a CNN question panel with Marco Rubio and other officials. Emma Gonzalez, we are going to be the kids you read about in textbooks. Not because we're going to be another statistic about mass shooting in America, but because, just as David said, we are going to be the last mass shooting.
On a brighter note, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas won their high school hockey championships.
Oh, hockey? That reminds me of the U.S. Women's Olympic team winning gold.
Oh yeah, I have a story on that.
The Winter Olympics have been going on since 1924 when they were held in Chamonix, France. The modern Olympic Games were inspired by the ancient Olympic Games. The only time the Games were interrupted was during World War II. The 2018 Winter Olympic Games were held in Pyeongchang, South Korea. A grand total of 2,930 athletes were participants in this year's Games. Many medals were awarded to many different countries. Norway earned the most by winning 39 medals. Germany earned 31, Canada 29, the USA 23, and the Netherlands 20. I spoke to Maria Messer about her thoughts on this year's Games. She said, "I was quite disappointed with the turnout of the figure skating routines. Usually Maria Messer looks forward to it, and she said she was expecting something more exciting than what was delivered. She did happen to mention that her favorite event by far was the bobsledders. Any people can agree with her on that point. The most exciting part of the bobsledding for her was when the ladies would run and jump in the bobsled at the beginning. The next Olympic Games will be the Summer Games to be held in Tokyo, Japan in 2020.
I'm Hunter Grimes.
I'm Morgan Messer.
And this has been NAC News. We'll see you next week.